I hear it?
The whole world could hear it. Some people are still asleep. You drink your milk and that egg.
Nobody drinks eggs.
Morning, honey. Surprise?
I certainly am, Mrs. Dearing.
Well, Mrs. Baker, I know you haven't found anyone to clean the house since Carol left, so I said to myself, Ellen and Ned Dearing, you just get over to Mrs. Baker's and help her out for a few days.
How thoughtful of you. I can't tell you how grateful I'd be.
Morning, Corey, sweetheart.
Morning, Mrs. Dearing.
Would you care for some coffee?
Ah, child, I've been up since 5 o'clock and coffeed myself enough between getting my husband off to his position and the boys off to school. But there is one thing I'd like.
What's that?
Your permission.
Permission for what?
For me to bring my lease one this morning. Being that there's nobody home to look after her.
Why, of course you didn't have to ask that. Why didn't you bring her with you?
I did, honey. Eleanor, come along, sweetie face. This is the lady your big sister Carol used to work for before she ran off and married what's-his-name.
Hi there, Mrs. Baker.
Hi there yourself, Eleanor. Come meet my son, Corey.
Hi, Corey. Carol told me all about you. She didn't tell me about her.
Shy with girls. They all are his age. But don't you concern yourself none, Mrs. Baker. Corey and Eleanor are going to get along just fine. You just leave that to me.
Oh, Eddie Edson, what's this? What's that?
Orders, Yarby. I'm following orders, kiddo.
Whose orders?
Dr. Chegley's.
No, you don't, Eddie. Emergencies don't go in doctor's private office.
This one does. Tie her off right there. You're a good boy, Edson. The shine's gone out of that leather bow tie of yours. Here, buy yourself a new one.
Oh, no, thanks, Doc. My pleasure to help.
Okay, then beat it.
Doc, tell me why you wanted me to bring you in like this.
Take the dollar instead. No, wait. Leave that there. I may need it. I feel faint.
You do?
Can you keep a secret, Edson?
Any secret's as safe with a good messenger as it is with a doctor, a lawyer, or a priest. And I am, if nothing more, a great messenger.
Yes. It's only because I trust you that I can confide in you. Edson, I am a sick man.
No.
Not a word.
Is it bad? Is there anything I can do?
I'm afraid not. No, I've called in a colleague, a specialist. He'll see what he can do, if anything. Shh.
You've got a very sick man in there, girls. He may not last through the day.
Doctor?
Nurse! How many times must I tell you not to barge into my office without knocking?
I'm sorry, but Eddie told us...
That I was on my deathbed. Yes, I was sure he would.
Then why'd he say it?
To prove something that I've long suspected, he is the only reason I can't keep any secrets around this plant.
Why, Doctor, you don't have any secrets.
No, not with Big Mouth around. All right, get back to your duty. And don't you or your doddering associate ever come in here again without knocking.
Marie? Yes, I hate to bother you at work, Julia, but do you have bugs?
Bugs?
Yes, little red bugs with yellow dots.
No, Marie, I don't have any little red bugs with yellow dots. How about some little yellow bugs with red dots?
Do you have those?
No, Marie, I'm only kidding. I haven't the vaguest idea what you're talking about.
I'm talking about these insects swarming all over the apartment. Did you have them in yours this morning?
No.
It's an infestation. Mr. Cooper's going to call the exterminator, so I thought if you had one...
I'm sure we don't, but please check with Mrs. Deering. She's there today.
I certainly will. And if... Baby Wagadorn! Spit that out! Spit that out! Goodbye, Julia. Baby's putting one in his mouth.
Yeah.
Yarby, cancel everything on my calendar until noon tomorrow. Oh, and Baker.
Yes, Doctor.
Be here at 7:30 a.m. I made an appointment with Barney Proctor to meet me here.
The Barney Proctor? What for?
That is a professional matter between Dr. Chegley and Dr. Proctor. 7:30 sharp.
Who is the Dr. Proctor?
One of the most prominent heart specialists in the country.
Hello. Hi.
Is the Swiss Family Wagadon maroon?
Yes, we're waiting for the exterminator to finish spraying inside.
Oh, bugs, that's right.
And all the time the exterminator's exterminating, God's busy making more bugs.
We have to stay outside of the apartment for 3 hours. One more to go. Earl, I told you not to do that.
Gee, I can't do nothing.
Anything.
You can come play with Corey.
No, I can't. Mrs. Deering won't let me.
When did she say that?
What me and Corey wanted to do before. She said he had to stay there with Eleanor.
Well, if you want, you may come up with me.
I don't want. I don't like to play with girls. Yeah. You have to. I won't. But we're playing house. You are, not me. Both of us are. And Daddy has to feed the baby. I don't want to be the daddy. You want to be the mother? Heck no. You want to be the baby? I don't want to play with you. I want to play with Earl J. Wagador. Mama!
Corey, I done told you, boy, if you and Eleanor can't play nice together like sweet children, then you're both gonna get switched good. And you won't get any supper tonight.
Good afternoon.
Mama! Save me, save me, save me.
Why is there no coffee?
Because it isn't ready yet, Doctor. And good morning.
And why isn't it ready yet?
Because you told me to be here at 7:30, and it's only 7:24. And good morning, Doctor.
A good morning, nurse, begins with coffee.
Hannah,
What's left of me?
what are you doing here so early?
Worrying about Doctor and his appointment with a cardiologist. I didn't sleep a wink last night, Julia.
Well, I didn't have the most restful night of my sleeping career either.
I just had to be here when Dr. Proctor arrives and satisfy myself that Morton Chegley is not as sick as I think he is.
Oh, he's not sick.
How do you know?
Because he came in gruff as a bear, awakened from his midwinter sleep. When he can snarl like that, he's feeling fine.
It's an act. It's endemic to Morton Chegley to pretend he's one thing when he's the other.
Oh.
Good morning, Morton.
Dr. Chegley to you, Hannah. Good morning.
Well, at last.
You see?
see what?
That good morning. He's ill, Julia.
Why don't we wait until Dr. Proctor tells us that?
For a woman who couldn't sleep last night, you certainly are sanguine this morning.
My restlessness was due to an entirely different problem at home, Hannah.
Sorry. Still no sitter for Corey?
Oh, too much sitter.
That Mrs. Deering again?
Yes, she's the original Earth Mother. All mothering, all smothering.
I know the type well. I wouldn't put up with her if I were you.
After our little chat last night, I don't think Mrs. Deering will be back.
Good.
Dr. Proctor?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
I have an appointment with Dr. Chigley.
This is an honor, sir. I'm Nurse Yarby, Nurse Baker. Julia, announce doctor to doctor.
Doctor? Dr. Proctor is here.
Would you like some coffee, doctor?
In a clean cup, yes.
Do you take cream, doctor?
Just a touch, yes. But 4 heaping spoons of sugar.
Yarby, no cream or sugar. You're overweight now, Barney. Come on in.
Do you think I can squeeze my gargantuan girth through yon narrow portals? Oh, thank you, nurse.
Baker, stand by.
Well, one of the world's leading cardiologists seems to be a bit in awe of our general practitioner.
I'm in awe of him. And I feel so much better knowing our doctor's life is in Proctor's care.
Now, Hannah, don't dramatize the situation.
Dramatize?
It's probably no more than a routine checkup.
What are you doing? Dusting. What do you want?
Oh, about that company insurance plan. If my wife was going to have a baby, would they pay for it?
Yes, there are maternity benefits.
Good. As soon as I meet a woman I like, I'm going to get married.
Let's not tarry, Mort. One of us is a busy man.
Thank you, Barney. I'm glad you noticed.
I could have told you that much myself.
I'm the doctor, you're the patient. Shut up.
Mort, I've long been fascinated by your social manner. I didn't realize you were equally enchanting professionally.
Baker, take more blood than is necessary out of this heathen's arm.
I have no blood, nurse. What few corpuscles I had have been curdled by the noxious effluvium of your gentle practitioner's personality.
I leave you gasping for breath, if not for words, in the capable hands of this angelic vampire. Baker, bring me the last of his corpuscles.
Aye, aye, Count Dracula.
And when Baker gets through with you, I'll meet you in fluoroscopy. I want to peek at your gut before you toss anything into it.
Nurse, I do not have an ulcer.
You're certain of that, Doctor?
Positive. But you, working for old Acid Tongue, haven't you developed one yet?
Oh, doctors all bark, but toothless.
Has been for 20 years, I know of. But tell me, has his bark been louder and more frequent lately?
Well, now that you ask.
And have you noticed any irregularity in his respiratory activities?
Sometimes he
A little
does...
more irritability? A tendency toward abruptness beyond his normal manner? An indication of secrecy more than is warranted?
Well, he has been...
You don't have to answer. I detect enough from that blepharospasm of his. Nurse, as soon as you've finished with me, get my distinguished colleague in here for a complete, detailed examination. Before it's too late.
Dr. Gerard Hochter.
Is that who you're calling?
For Dr. Proctor.
Proctor wants Hochter? Julia, Gerard Hochter is internationally famous. He's the ultimate authority in neurology.
Dr. Hochter?
Yes. That is Gerard Hochter, of course. I don't have my car.
Oh, well, Doctor, your reputation has preceded you.
Oh, thank you. Well, that is, I must admit to having received some small recognition from the medical journals of our day, in addition to a very lovely article in the Cleveland Plain Dealer when I married a girl from Cleveland. I believe Dr. Proctor expects me.
Yes, he and Dr. Chegley have just sent out for lunch.
Lunch! I knew I forgot something I'd planned to do. I was going to have some lunch today.
Would Doctor like me to bring him something? I'm going out as soon as Nurse Yarby gets back.
No. Thank you, my dear, just the same. I carry a Polish sausage and some little sandwiches in my bag just for emergencies.
Where is Doctor's bag?
I left it in my car.
Oh.
So. Oh, dear.
What's wrong, Doctor?
I left my car at home. My wife drove me to the hospital. My bag is in my wife's car. Oh, those Cleveland girls.
Oh, Doctor!
Julia, has Dr. Hochter arrived yet?
I really don't know.
Hi, Mrs. Baker.
Why, Eleanor, what are you doing here, honey?
I've come with him.
And who are you, young man?
Just a boy.
Mrs. Baker, what are you doing home this time of day?
What are you doing here, Mrs. Deering, after the discussion we had last night?
Now, baby. I know you and me have some differences, but that don't mean I'm not going to keep your house clean and your boy watched until you get a permanent lady here.
Mrs. Deering.
Now, child, you just come sit down and have some lunch.
Who is that young man?
Bruce, I brought him along so Corey'd have a colored friend to play with.
What makes you think Corey doesn't have any black friends?
Well, Earl J. Wagadorn doesn't even look high yalla to me.
Mrs. Deering, I wouldn't raise Corey without black friends. Earl happens to be his best friend. They both have other friends. I'm happy that they share friendships with all children.
Well, good. In that case, then I know you wouldn't mind.
Mind what?
Children, come have lunch.
Mrs. Deering.
Now, where were we?
Right here.
He has total recall.
Jerry, you were saying...
I was? Oh, yes, I was. Mort's blepharospasms may be attributed to his inordinate propensity for flirtation with the feminine gender. And the transient constrictions of the pylorus, which you detected in Barney's GI series, quite possibly might indicate a certain...
Just a minute, Jerry. Barney, have you been aware of Dr. Hochter's nasal edema?
Frankly, I've been sitting here considering the possibility of polyps.
What, me?
You'd better step in the next room.
Yes. I think we both better check you out thoroughly.
You're not gonna hurt me, are you, fellas?
Yarby, get me Dr. Benjamin Warhawk on the phone immediately.
Warhawk, the psychiatrist?
The same.
I just read something about him the other day. Is he the Indian MD?
Yes. Full-blooded Oglala Sioux. Outstanding psychiatrist. Flies his own Comanche aircraft.
And he's the only specialist who can cure our common ailment.
What ailment?
All three of us suffer the modern man syndrome. Overwork and underplay.
We've prescribed for each other.
For Hochter, Proctor, and your doctor, 10 days of trout fishing at Warhawk's Montana Ranch.
Bye.